Competition is challenging. Stay focused and don't give up. So guys, today we're doing the 7s in all 4 suits. So for those of you who are new to the channel, hi, my name is Barbara. And I started this channel because I'm learning tarot and I want you guys to learn with me, all right? When I was showing the cards one at a time, because that's how I decided to lay the groundwork, right? If you're learning a new language, you have to learn vocabulary first, right? So I was showing the cards one at a time, the major arcanas, the 22 cards. But when I got to the minor arcanas, the suits, the 4 suits, I decided to show them by numbers. So I started with ace and I showed the ace in all 4 suits in the, well, at first it was 5 decks that I own, but now I have a 6th deck because in between me starting this channel, I started to make my own deck of tarot cards, and that deck finally came in a few days ago. So I did ace, 2, 3, and before I did the 4, I put up a video unveiling my card. Then I did 4, 5, 6, and now we're on the 7, okay? So this is the 7 of Wands, and it's about defending yourself, all right? So this deck is called Gourmet Tarot. This is the 2nd deck that somebody gifted me. I bought the 1st deck. Somebody gifted me this deck, and that's what it is, some carrots. And then from this next deck, which is the Gilded Tarot Royale. Let me make sure that the cards are not flashing in the light, guys. There we go. Gilded Tarot Royale. I bought this deck because one of my favorite card readers uses this deck and I wanted to keep up with what she was doing. So that's how I learned a lot of things. When I was learning Spanish, the little that I still remember, I listened to Spanish songs and I watched Spanish movies. So when I started to watch tarot readers for entertainment, I decided I wanted to learn, and so I started to watch a lot of them, and each of them will give a different meaning for these cards. So I started to pick up on some of the meanings, and that's why I'm showing you different cards that I own, because perhaps you'll pick up on one meaning than the other one, right? So this one, where are we at? I showed you Gilded Tarot Royale. This is the same Rider-Waite, because when I started to learn, somebody told me to use the Rider-Waite system because that's the original system and I need to get an understanding of what's in the original cards. So this is the same as this, except they made the picture smaller there because they gave us more information, and I always read to you what it says. Did I read the reverse for this one? For the I don't do reverse. I'm not learning reverse, but I'll read the reverse to you for this one. It says, confusion surrounds decision making, find clarity and remain strong. I don't want to learn reverse. A lot of the card readers I watch do not read reverse, and I'm with that, because it's hard enough at my old age of 59 to learn the meanings, not the meaning, but the meanings. Each card has several meanings of 78 cards. Plus, I'm trying to learn Lenormand. I think I've said it wrong. People say Lenormand, but it's Lenormand, I think. I'm trying to learn how to read these too, and these are 36 cards. It's a lot. It's a lot. So the 7 of Wands says, oh, I brought my reading glasses today, guys. These are my near. It's not really reading glass. Well, I guess it's reading glasses, but it's not the stuff you get at Walmart. This is actually prescription. You're struggling on your journey. You may have just reached, this is worse, an important milestone, but naysayers are trying to knock you back and or causing you to prove yourself. Hold your ground no matter what, because you know you got this, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I love that. I love that. Oh, it's better if I hold it right here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire. I notice every time I see Leo, I see Aries. My mom was an Aries, so I guess Aries is another fire sign. And it says challenge, competition, protection, perseverance, defense, maintaining control, holding your own, standing up for yourself. If you hear that loud bang, that's our puppy trying to get inside. But my husband Joe is outside. I'm talking to you guys like if you're new to the channel, okay? So the people who are older to the channel know who is who. My husband Joe's outside playing a game on his phone, and the puppy wants to come in, but the minute I let her in, she's going to want to go back out. So I'm not getting up to let her in. So that's this card from this guy, Marchetti Tarot. You guys see that? The light's right behind the camera, messing things up, guys. That's that card. And the guy who made this deck is the same guy who made this deck. All right, so I think I kind of like his graphics, right? So my card, my deck, is called Tarot a la carte. Where can you buy this? Nowhere yet. I bought this. This company made it for me, right? But the price is so high that I got to figure out what I can do to get the price a little bit lower. I might have to just end up buying more, which that takes money. So I'm going to have to start doing readings for money. I think in 2026, I'm going to start charging for readings. I'm going to start with my daughter's friends. Oh, let me take this off until I get back to that again. Perseverance, defense, standing strong. So this is what I did for mine. There we go with the light. Yeah, this is what I did for mine. So I have the kebab, and it's like savory food kebab, because earlier for the 5s I did fruit kebab, right? So it has peppers, beef, shrimp, onion, and I have 6 blurred in the background, and this one that my hand's holding like this is the one that's defending his or her territory right there, see? Defending himself above all the other kebabs. All right? So now let's go into the cups. This is the second suit, because in tarot we have wands, cups, swords, and pentacles or coins. And it's same like playing cards where you have clubs, hearts is cups, spades is swords, and diamond is pentacles. I think that's where it started. So this deck, it says there are many possibilities available to you. Let intuition guide you. All right. So now when I see card readers read the 7 of Cups, they always say illusion and delusion. So I feel like there's 7 cups and there's good things in all the cups, but there's 1 or 2 where there's a bad thing in there. See the snake? Now, if you love snakes and you feel like snakes are sage, don't be offended when I say it's a bad one, because I'm afraid of snakes. All right, so I think this one in here has like the laurel wreath. We've seen that in the 6, right? In the 6 of wands. Yeah, so they said like be careful. Tarot readers will say be careful when the 7 of Cups comes up. They'll say be careful, because you might see a lot of good things to pick from, but one might be an illusion or a mirage, right? So that's what that is. So let's go to the Gourmet Tarot deck. And they don't have anything bad in any of these cups. Okay, there we go. Now remember why I'm showing you 6 different decks is because perhaps you can pick up on something from somebody else's illustration, right? Look at this one. This one has some kind of fire breathing something in there. Child. That's from Gilded Tarot Royale. And then from my cheap Temu deck that gives us more information, let me go back to my spectacles and hold it here. Oh yeah, this is perfect. It says, 7 of Cups, pay attention to your imagination in both the real world and in your dreams. Take action to ensure that your dreams become reality. Don't sit idle and expect things to manifest on their own. Evaluate options closely and wisely before making decisions to ensure the best outcome. You know what? I'm gonna put these cards back in order when I'm done doing all these videos, and I'm gonna start reading those paragraphs again to get them into my brain so I can do a recall on it, right? So it's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, water, opportunities, wishful thinking, choice, illusion, searching for purpose, daydreaming. Did I read the reverse from the Rider-Waite? You are unable to choose and feel stuck. Regain clarity slowly. All right. So the upright is about standing your ground, but the reverse is about something completely different. So look at this one. Ooh, there's creepy stuff in a lot of these ones. A lot of illusions and delusions in these ones from this deck. And I use all these decks to get ideas for the cards and for the box and everything else. Everything was ideas for me. So for mine, I have a lot of good things in all the cups, like pudding, custard, snow cones, hot chocolate. But look at the illusion. A rotted plantain. That's the illusion. That's how I'm always going to remember this card. So now let's go into the swords. And for the Rider-Waite, it says the plan is risky and could backfire. Take diplomatic approach. The reverse says don't be overcautious and afraid. Consider carefully but take action. All right, so that's from this deck. So we're in the swords. So the gourmet one has some pizza, some slices of pizza right there. Doesn't go for swords for me, but I guess it goes for them. And then Gilded Tarot Royale from Ciro Marchetti. I love his illustration, and I use his as my guide to what I did for mine. See, the guy is stealing 5 swords, but he left 2 behind, right? So, Lord, I'm getting confused. Okay, there we go. For this one, it says, you're sneaking around and you think you've gotten away with it. One misstep and you're going to be caught. Is it worth it? The upright 7 of Swords may also be indicating that you need to prioritize. Find shortcuts to get through responsibilities efficiently to get more off your plate. so you can focus on the bigger picture. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air. Betrayal, deception, theft, dishonesty, getting away with something, acting strategically, trickery, or fraud. That's what the Seven of Swords is about, okay? And then for Marchetti Tarot, that's what he did for the illustration for that one, in case that gives you an idea of what you might want to know. And then, like I said, I use the Gilded Tarot Royale as my guide for this one, and I have my model, who is my son Josh, and his hand is stealing 5 of the 7 swords and leaving 2 behind. When I first took the picture, I had him only stealing like 1, but then I'm like, no, I want him to steal 5. And I made the swords out of sugar cookies with icing, and I had to learn how to make sugar cookies and the icing, okay? I didn't know how to make those before, even though I have a whole cooking page. So now we're at the Pentacles, and in the Rider-Waite, it says you are starting to see the fruits of your labor. Be patient and keep working. And then the reverse says impatience and anxiety will not help you reach your goals. Stay the course. So you notice sometimes the reverse is the opposite of the upright, but sometimes it's just completely different. They don't have this for sale anymore at Amazon, but if you pick any Rider-Waite, you should be fine. Okay, 7 of Pentacles for the gourmet. They have meatballs. I mess with that. I like that. I think I might have stolen the idea for this one for my card. And then for the Gilded Tarot Royale, the lady picking up all them pentacles, girl. Is she stealing? No, that's the swords is stealing. Okay, I like that pasture looking type thing. All right, and then for the same Rider-Waite that gives us more context, it says you understand the value of hard work and investing toward long-term goals. You're not interested in quick wins. The 7 of Pentacles is telling you to look at the bigger picture. You may be frustrated that some things are taking too long to come to fruition. Your efforts will not go unrewarded, but you must remain patient. Oh God, this is for me. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Earth. Long-term view, hard work, perseverance, diligence, investment, sustainable results, forethought, and rewards. All right? I am so confused as to what I'm doing. We're doing Pentacles, right? Okay, so where's the rest of my Pentacles? These are all the swords. Okay, guys, I'm going to pause to find where the rest of my cards are, because I'm sure I had them here. I hope that dog didn't take my cards. I'll be right back. Okay, I found them. They were just here in the middle. So that's the 7 of coins for Marchetti Tarot from this big, beautiful box. And then the 7 of Pentacles from mine. And this is about investing and stuff. See, I have all those pineapple. And pineapple is good for you. It's an anti-inflammatory. It's not good for you when it's in a cake now. But it's about patience, investment, growth, and harvest. And this really took a lot of patience for me to learn how to make this big, beautiful pineapple cake. Because I made pineapple cake a lot of times before. And I would do the batter more like a pancake batter. You know, and bake a flat cake with it. No, this is actually a cake. And, you know, the kind where you cream the butter and the sugar and stuff. Oh, my God, this cake came out so good. I even have the pineapples on the side. Look, see, this took a lot of patience for me to learn. So that's why I put this one. All right. My ring doorbell went off, but there's nobody here. And remember, this is my box. Let's read the meanings from the Gilded Tarot Royale booklet. Now, this is what a booklet should be. All right. Giving you meanings. So the 7 of Wands, defending your actions or beliefs, standing strong in your convictions. The 7 of Cups, facing many choices, opportunities, and dreams. And it doesn't say anything about illusion, delusion, but that's what it is. The 7 of, 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords, considering a less than ethical solution. Doing something that is not in line with your ideals. And then the 7 of Pentacles, assessing the return on an investment, analyzing the results of a project, determining how to improve a process. Yes. So 7, I think for the most part is good, except for the 7 of Swords, right? Where you're stealing and not being ethical.